Between 2023 and 2025, the AI market was defined by the chatbot, a generic, rented frontier model that sat on top of existing business processes. These tools lacked deep integration into proprietary company workflows and required constant human handholding to be effective. This chart contrasts the $28.5 trillion total addressable market for AI against the standard software sector. Enterprise services alone account for more than $22 trillion of that projected value. Building an economy of this magnitude on external subscriptions creates a bottleneck. To capture these trillions, organizations require internal infrastructure capable of taking specialized employee knowledge and embedding it directly into the model's weights. In June 2026, Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella signaled a move away from this software licensing model toward a more industrial approach. Nadella argued that AI adoption should be treated as a capability-building exercise, where companies invest in the tools to build their own intelligence assets. This framework centers on token capital, extracting workforce expertise and baking it into a custom AI model. It acts as a twin pillar to human capital. Enterprise value is generated by synchronizing the two, with employees training the systems that will automate their repetitive tasks. This shift changes the very nature of the technology. AI is becoming a heavy industrial asset, something a company builds and owns, rather than something it rents month to month. The foundation of this industrialized tech stack is the physical data center, requiring an unprecedented scale of hardware and energy. SpaceX emerged as a giant in this sector, following its February 2026 merger with xAI, combining rocket launch capabilities with massive compute clusters. Following the largest IPO in history, the company entered the NASDAQ under the ticker SPCX, with a valuation approaching $1.8 trillion. SpaceX positioned its AI division as a primary infrastructure provider, securing long-term compute lease agreements for its Colossus facilities in Memphis. This bar chart shows the $76 billion in revenue these leases are expected to generate through 2029. Google will pay $920 million per month for GPU access, while Anthropic and Reflection AI have committed to multi-billion-dollar contracts of their own. At this foundational level, intelligence is a commodity built on the industrial-scale acquisition of real estate, electricity, and hardware. One layer up the supply chain, the software models running on that hardware are also becoming commoditized. In mid-2026, Zhipu AI released its open-source GLM 5.2 model. This chart compares Zhipu GLM 5.2 against Anthropic's Opus 4.8. Their performance off agentic benchmarks is nearly identical, but Zhipu operates at 1/5 the inference cost. Unlike 2025 chatbots, GLM 5.2 is built for agentic work, autonomously planning, coding, and testing without human intervention. With the release of these high-performing open-source models, the raw material for digital labor has become cheap and accessible for any enterprise to implement. While cheap models and leased hardware provide the ingredients, enterprises still need the specific tools to capture and direct this automated labor. To bridge this gap, SpaceX finalized a $60 billion all-stock acquisition of the AI coding platform Cursor in June 2026. By absorbing Cursor's parent company, Anysphere, SpaceX created a closed loop. As this diagram shows, they now own the data centers at the base, the Grok models in the middle, and the workflow tools at the top. This vertical integration allows SpaceX to capture value at every stage of the pipeline, owning both the physical compute factories and the software environments where token capital is built. We can see this tech stack moving from corporate strategy into the daily habits of the global workforce. A report from the Georgia Department of Audits found that 59% of public school teachers in the state now incorporate AI into their teaching tasks. These workers are drawing a clear line between labor and judgment. While nearly all use AI for heavy instructional planning, they remain wary of using it for grading, reserving final assessments for human teachers. This suggests that Nadella's token capital theory is already functioning in the real world. Human expertise and automated labor are coexisting to increase the total output of the classroom. The final stage of this industrialization involves moving agentic models out of the data center and into the physical world. Goldman Sachs is advising clients that the next AI investment wave is hitting factories and utilities, where autonomous systems now manage complex assembly lines. These systems are also being deployed in terrestrial resource extraction, coordinating the logistics of massive open-pit mining operations. The expansion continues into high-risk, remote environments, including offshore oil and gas rigs, where autonomous agents can monitor and maintain equipment in real time. The victors of the 2026 frontier will be those who industrialize intelligence, fusing human expertise with token capital to drive the automation of the physical world.